Hi, I welcome you all for the video lecture series on Unified Process from OOAD. Myself, Shankar, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Let us see what is Unified Process. A software development process describes an approach to build, deploy, and possibly maintaining a software. The unified process has emerged as a popular iterative software development process for building object-oriented systems. This model is also called as Rational Unified Process or RUP. Unified process is also called as Rational Unified Process or RUP. The unified process model has set of characteristics has been listed here. The first one is iterative and incremental. Second one is risk focused. Third one is use case driven. And the fourth one is architecture centric. The first one, iterative and incremental. In this life cycle approach, it means that iterative and incremental approach, development is organized into a series of short, fixed length of mini projects called iterations. Each iteration includes its own requirements, analysis, design, implementation, and testing activities. Each iteration results in increment, which is a release of the system that contain added or improved functionality compared with the previous release. The second one is risk focused. The unified process requires the project team to focus on addressing the most critical risk early in the project lifecycle. Third characteristics is use case driven. In the unified process, use cases are useful to capture the functional requirements and to define the contents of the iterations. The last one is architecture centric. Since no single model is sufficient to cover all aspects of the system, the unified process supports multiple architectural models and views. One of the most important deliverables of the process is executable architecture baseline, which is created during the elaboration phase. Next, the phases involved in the unified process. The unified process divides the project into four phases. One is inception, another one is elaboration, next construction, and the last one is transition. First, we'll see the inception phase. Inception is the smallest phase in the project and it has some typical goals for the inception phase. The typical goals are approximate vision, business case, establish the project scope, and vague estimates. The next one is elaboration. Elaboration phase is also having some objectives like refined vision, because already in inception phase we have approximate vision. So it goes to elaboration phase. In elaboration phase, we have to refine the vision. And next objective is iterative implementation of core architecture. Already we have a core architecture that we need to iterate to implement the new one. And the next objective is resolution of high risk. And next one is identification of most requirements and scope, then more realistic estimates. After the elaboration phase, it goes to construction. In the construction, the analysis and design activities that are stated in elaboration phase are completed in this phase, and source code is developed which implements all desired functionalities. Iterative implementation of the remaining lower risk and easier elements and its preparation for the development. After that, it goes to transition phase. In transition phase, all activities that are equipped at the time of development of the software products are carried out. Beta testing is conducted when software delivered to the end user. User feedback report is used to remove the defects from the created system. Finally, software team prepares user manuals, installation guides, and troubleshooting procedures, it makes the software more usable at the time of release. Next, the UP disciplines. The UP disciplines represents the set of activities that are required for designing the software system. There are several disciplines in the unified process disciplines. Some of the important disciplines have been given. The first one is business modeling. The business modeling is a model or graphical representation is created to represent the concept in the application domain. The next one is requirement analysis. The functional and non-functional requirements are captured in this discipline by creating some specific type of model. The next discipline is design. All aspects of design, including the overall architecture, object, databases, networking, and so on. Next one is implementation. This discipline contains the source code that is created for the implementing the systems. Thank you guys, watching for this lecture series. Thank you all.